Hey, E, put the beat on. Hey, Taylor, you like this joint?
Yeah, it's be hard.
Yeah, you sure you like this joint? You would tell me if you didn't, right?
Oh yeah, of course. No, this don't go hard.
All right, cool. This my man Scotty Pimpin' joint.
Oh, okay, all right then.
Matter of fact, I got something for this.
Got something like what?
Welcome to the top shelf, where the flavor's so hot, but you will not melt. About to take you on a ride like you never felt. Up and down real smooth like a carousel. Moving in our own lane, no parallel. Everybody needs sleep, it's good for your health. If you stuck like Chuck, I might have to help. Cause we talk sports, life, and everything else.
It's on a podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gents? We thank you as always for tuning in to Sleep, the Sports, Life, and Everything Else podcast presented by the Away Team and coming to you from the top shelf. This is season 4, episode 8. My name is Michael Roberts, a.k.a. Mike on the mic, and I'm joined by my co-host, Taylor Suber.
What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's going on?
No song lyrics for us this week?
Oh, no, not off the top of my dome right now, no.
Okay.
I was listening to Young Jeezy's Too Much Cussing, so.
Jeezy let it drink, Jeezy let it smoke.
No, don't put me to too much work this week, man. Have mercy on me,
that wasn't the song I was listening to, though, but yeah. More curse words in the hook, but what's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on?
Everybody's good, man. And our producer, One Will E.
Ew, AKA
was out cruising the streets.
AB Flyboy with Honeybee in tow. We was getting it.
Yeah.
We did a little 8-mile run today, from the Art Museum down JFK down to 30th, charged up next to the bums. I was out there fooling around with them too. Got my boom box on. Boom, 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 like I'm crazy. You know what? Sometimes when you just conform, people leave you alone.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sometimes when you look just as crazy, it might be a veteran thing, but sometimes when you look just as crazy as they do, they just tend to not bother you, not ask you for a dime or nothing. Like they already think we crazy because we on this donut riding around the city. So that's what's up, man. But I'm glad to see y'all, everybody back safe and sound. It's another week. It's another show. I'm glad to see my boys, man.
Absolutely. You can follow us on Twitter and IG at Sleep is for You. That's S.L.E.E.P.I.S, the number 4 Y-O-U. Subscribe and listen to new or old episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Iheartradio, Stitcher, PodBean, TuneIn Radio, or YouTube. Like episodes, leave comments, show love, show hate. Let us know what you think about what we're doing. We're here for it all. You can also keep up with us through sleepisforyou.com. Tonight we've got 2 top 5s for y'all, a solid common sense-based topic. And have you seen, have you heard, in addition to that sports talk you only get from us. Our showtime is 5:20, so let's spin. We're going to start off by hopping in our time machine and taking it all the way back to Thursday because it was Jimmy Buckets showing the Sixers organization and Philly fans just why they shouldn't have let him go. Going off for 32 points to lead the Heat to a 99-90 win and punching their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals.
It was so embarrassing.
Honestly, the Sixers lost the series on Tuesday during Game 4 when they got smoked by it was 115 to 80 something.
That was an embarrassment.
And then they came out on Thursday. They looked flat. Nobody was really aggressive like
Raggedy.
Yeah, you got to understand
and
this.
Embiid was all on the outskirts, not getting in the paint.
Oh, God. I was so upset. Y'all don't understand. I don't even text Mike during the week.
Yeah.
Unless we have some very pressing business.
Exactly.
Otherwise, we normally communicate the day after or the day before.
Yep.
And I was so appalled at what I was seeing on television. It was I just had to let him know, like, dude, I'm turning the channel. I think I just watched repeats of Unsolved Mysteries until 3 a.m.
He was tight about the game.
I was tight. And I mean, because I'm a fan, man. And Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I was off this team over like a month ago, man. I'm just, I don't. There's nothing special about this team. I watch more NBA basketball usually towards the end, and I see teams ratcheting it up, right before the end of the season into the playoffs, and I just see the Sixers just bubbling and turning over the ball and.
Oh my God, so sloppy.
And then I hear people say, "Oh, Tyrese Maxey, he's got to do more." 4 years ago, Tyrese Maxey was going to the prom. You can't ask him to do stuff. He just got there. He just got good this year. You can't ask that young man. He's 21 years old. Mm-hmm. You got to depend on people like James Harden, who's been in the league for over a decade.
Yes.
He's a slouch, man. And then you got Embiid. He's out there halfway broken down. The team is raggedy, man. And the people I just named, that's it. I can't name nobody else in this squad. I can go to other teams and name 6, 7, 8 people. Yep. I can name 3 people on this team that's actually who you give a damn about, and then that's it. And they don't perform. This team's a rap, man. It's an embarrassment, man. I don't care about no firing. What's firing Doc Rivers going to do? You still got the same bums on the squad.
It's already been confirmed that Doc Rivers is coming back.
Yes, he's coming back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter if he goes a stage. You have to get the whole 12 to 15 man roster together. There's like 7 players that didn't do anything.
Did nothing. Just
why is Korkmaz even on the team?
Just got to run.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. I'm not Draymond. Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan.
That's no clock.
That's a wasted roster spot. Somebody that can actually play. That's what I'm saying. You got 3 or 4 roster spots where nobody was doing nothing. Thibault didn't do nothing either. So you got 3 spots that people are taking up on the basketball team, and they ain't doing. Man, like that's corny, man. You can't have that. You got when you get into the playoffs, it's an 8 or 9 man roster. You got 2 of those 12 people, 8, 10 people on the bench. They not doing nothing.
Taylor picked out the perfect word. Raggedy.
Yeah, they are.
They're raggedy.
Can I say something? I didn't know that Butler and Harden were the same age. Their birthdays
the same exact age,
3 weeks apart.
Yeah, so I don't want to hear the stuff about James Harden's getting. They're the same age.
Where's your heart at, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I think James Harden got in the league maybe 2 years before him, but they're both the same age. So you can't tell me, you can't give me that crap about James. Oh, he's old.
Getting old.
I don't want to hear that stuff. I don't want to hear that, man. That's corny.
You know what? You could have said it. You don't want to hear.
I don't want to hear it, man. Like, I don't want to hear that, man.
Embiid said it best during his post-game press conference. He said people were expecting them to get the James Harden from Houston. He's not the James Harden from Houston anymore.
I'm sorry.
He's not that guy.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from Embiid either. I'm sorry.
You want to get on Joe?
It's sad because he was grinding up stuff in the post-game press conference too.
I know he cried in the car.
He cried on the way home.
I know he cried in the car. He's gonna cry when he get in the car. Whether he had the mask on when he did it or not, I don't know.
Nah. He don't wear the mask unless he's in the game.
I'd be a freak. I'd be bringing the mask home.
I don't know. I just saw him on Tuesday. He was just getting on my nerve, man, because he got hit in the face. He was acting like it was a rap, and then he gets up, he gets back in the game. I was like, man, he was just annoying me, man. And then he doesn't do nothing for the whole second quarter. In the third quarter, he tries to do something. He's just annoying to me, man. He was pissed. Like, the whole team was just pissing me off, man. Like, like I said before, I just don't like this team. I don't like them. Now, I didn't like it with Ben Simmons, but I just don't like this team. This is what you give me. I'm allowed to say I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, you're allowed to be not only a fan, but just to be an observer, to be someone who sees the game, sees what they're doing, and critiques what you see.
Listen, man, Common said it the best. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean I'm hating. Yeah. I don't like this team. I don't like how the way it's constructed. I don't like it. I don't like the team. Tobias, he played all right, but he didn't do nothing.
He didn't play like he got max contract. This the same dude who was mad because he didn't get selected to the All-Star team. He didn't deserve to be an All-Star. You didn't get selected to the All-Star team. I'm sorry.
He's not an All-Star. He's never been an All-Star.
And I like Tobias, but like, yo, you just didn't bring it.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even know if he was in a position play-wise to. I don't know what Doc's doing, man.
Tobias had 14 in that game, and Jimmy Butler had 32.
Well, Tobias ain't Jimmy.
Well, first of all, Jimmy Butler was capping. He didn't want to come back to the Sixers. I don't want people believing that he wanted to go to Miami to be there, to be the number one guy. He didn't want to be on this team and be the third or fourth option. So I want him to knock it the hell off. He's capping, and I was ready. And if I'd have saw him in that, and I'd have been, come on. Stop it. Stop with all that fake, bravado that somebody picked them. They did not pick them. No one in their right mind with a brain would pick Tobias Harris over you. First of all, we're not that. freaking stupid, man. I want him to knock it off with that. That's not true. You wanted to be the number one guy, and you saw Ben Simmons. You saw that they were kind of catering to Ben Simmons, and you saw what Miami gave up to for you to be there. So you said, well, I might as well go down there and be the number one guy as opposed to be here and be the number 3 guy. When I know the number 2 guy is not, he's not about that. So that's why you left. Stop with all that. They picked Tobias over you. You weirdo. He's a weird. I don't like Jimmy. I mean, he balled out, but I don't like him, man. He's a clown.
Jimmy does be on some weird stuff.
I never liked him, man. Don't get me wrong, I like his story and all that stuff, but him as a basketball player, man, get out of here, man. He kick rocks, man. Nasty head, man.
They now await the winner of the Celtics and the Bucks, but obviously they made the Sixers look bad in back-to-back games. And just a quick comment: that's how you close out a team when you have them down.
Who said that?
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what you said. Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
All right.
That's how you get them up out of there.
Yeah.
Had to be us, didn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to ask a question to you, Mikey.
What's up?
Since everybody keep asking about James, is James Harden washed? You know how I feel about him, but do you think he's washed?
Is James Harden washed?
That's the question. I can ask the both of y'all. Is he washed?
Because
he's about to get broken off. No, whether they're gonna have to pay him, so he's gonna be here.
He's gonna get that 40 minimum.
Whatever,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's gonna be here. So you can't just say, he's gonna be here. So is he washed? Is he washed the hell up?
When I think of the word washed, and he's something going on with my headphone situation, but when I think of the word washed, I think that you're not contributing to the team at all. But this boy, he's not what he used to be, man. He's unrecognizable. So I gotta go with right now James Harden is looking like a whole mop.
Yeah, this the same guy that got knocked out the playoffs by Damian Lillard maybe like 5 or 6 years ago in the first round. Then he went against San Antonio, and I think he went 0 for 11 from the 3-point line. He's not good in the playoffs. He's just he does a whole lot of stuff in the 82 games of the season, make the numbers look good and everything like that. But he's never been a playoff player to me. He's a clown.
About to say, in the playoffs,
he's a clown.
Is where you make your name.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have no name. His name might as well be blank blank. He don't do playoffs. In
the regular season, it's pretty much like a warm up.
Yeah.
When you get to the playoffs, if your team makes to the playoffs, that's where you need to show that you're big game, that you can carry your team, that you can make the plays that you need to make to win the game and to get your team to the next levels that you need to get to ultimately get a ring. And he's never been that guy.
That one time when they came back, what was that game? I think they was a 5-2 and they had to come back to win game 3. He wasn't even on the floor. It was Lou Williams and Josh Smith. He was on the freaking bench. So he's a bum. He's not a good player. He's good during the regular season, but I don't care about the regular season. Get me in the playoffs and get me to the next series. If not, you're trash. You're just like Tracy McGrady, who's a bum. He ain't never done either. He's another Tracy McGrady. He never did nothing in the playoffs. I don't like when people say, "Oh, this person's an all-time player," and then they get in the playoffs and they wet the bed, man. No, you're not, man. You're not that bull.
The playoffs is where you make your money.
That's where you make your bones at, man. Come on, man. I don't want to hear that stuff. I see Seth Curry out there balling. I see Devin Booker. They out there balling. Luka Doncic, who just got into the league, he's getting it in, man. And this little clown with the beard, get out of here, man. With his crooked teeth. Out of here, man. I don't like him, man.
They need to rework the parameters of max deals to include playoff production as well as what you do in the regular season and the amount of time that you're with a team. Because
amen to that, bro.
If you're not doing what you need to do for your team when the lights are brightest, then you don't need to be getting big money.
Yeah, the players,
you don't need to get max deals.
The players will never
like Ben Simmons. Like Ben Simmons is on a max deal right now.
The players associated, they'll never agree to that.
I don't care. I don't care about none of that, man. Lock it out, man. Lock it out.
They'll never agree to that. But you got what you got. Like I said, he's gonna be here making 40-some-odd million, and that's what it is. But like I said, this is why I don't like him. A lot of people in Philly are just seeing this. I've been seeing this clown do this for 6, 7, 8 years. I was in a club in Houston, and the DJ was like, "Yo, James Harden just called me. Man, he want to be here." Dude, you're in the playoff. He was in the series with the Golden State Warriors. Why are you calling the DJ? And he wasn't capping. He was truth. Yeah. It's like why he wouldn't said that if it wasn't true. So like, dude, like I don't like people like him and that are very very talented and they don't put out the max effort. You know, because him, oh well, you know, I'm still gonna get paid my money. I'm still gonna be able to go out here and go out with a debate, Lil Baby and Meek Mill. We go out party and stuff like that.
So basically, he did enough for job security.
Yeah, he'll get his money.
Doing enough for job security.
But
getting off of the subject of the bare minimum and James Harden. Just a quick update. I mean, obviously, you guys are going to know the outcome of this game by the time the show gets to you. But right now, Boston is up on Milwaukee 71-60 with 2:35 left in the third quarter. So, like I said, the winner of that series is going to square off with the Heat next round in the Eastern Conference Finals. And then in the Western Conference Finals, we saw a few days ago on Friday, I believe it was, the Golden State finished dispatching the Memphis Grizzlies and cleared their way to the Western Conference Finals. So they await the winner of the Suns and the Mavericks, who play tonight. Tip-off is scheduled for 8 o'clock. So, we'll see what happens with that. Either way, I feel like the next round is going to be pretty competitive, and it is going to end up going at least 6 games, if not 7. Taylor, what do you think about those next round matchups?
I think Miami's.
You think Miami's numbers up? They're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get smoked.
Gonna get exposed.
Team 5, maybe 6. I don't know. And the West. I mean, like I said, I think Golden State they got a path. I don't know if it's gonna be 6 or 7. I don't know. I mean, because Dallas is actually showing me something that being as tough as they are.
Dallas definitely fought back when I was not expecting them to.
Yeah.
You said you thought the series was going to go 7 games. I thought it was going to go 5 or 6.
Yeah, so no. Dallas. I knew Dallas was good, but I didn't know they was going to be showing stuff like that because they've literally blown the Suns out of. Well, anytime you got Chris Paul on the team, you can always. I don't know, man. I like what Dallas is doing, and I like how they're playing. They're just basically putting the best 4 players on the floor and
letting them go.
Let them go, whether it be Dinwiddie or what's his name, Corey Kleber or the Bull Bullock that's out there with and Brunson, Finney Smith, along with Luka Doncic, and they just saying, let's go. We ready to rock. So I like how they playing. I like what Jason Kidd is doing, kind of with his third chance with a better team than what he's had before. So that's gonna be a tough game later on tonight. I mean, either way, Golden State. I think Golden State can beat Phoenix. I don't know about Dallas though, because Dallas is like we don't know. This is like not a brand new team, but we've seen the team play before, but they're playing with house money.
What they're showing is it's not like what they've shown in the past.
Yeah.
As far as like the lineup that they present.
Well. Yeah.
And the thing about basketball and the playoffs is all about mismatches. So if you can have the mismatch that works out better for your team than the other team, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to win.
Yeah, I just like how Dallas is playing, man. Like it's crazy, and I like how Luka Doncic. He not letting people punk him. I like how he's taking it personal and stuff like that. I like how he's getting his edge. These are young men, and they're becoming like, oh, okay, this is what y'all want to do. I want to celebrate. Okay, all right then. So I like how Luka's carrying himself to be like, all right, Nick, I'm ready to man. Forget all that baby bird crap. I'm gonna show you who Luka is. I'm gonna show you who I am. So yeah, I like what Luka's doing down there in Dallas. Yeah.
Like we said before with the James Harden situation, the playoffs is where you show what you're really made of, what you're really built of, what your metal is. And guys like Luka Doncic, guys like Devin Booker, they're stepping up and they're showing us, why they need to be in that next higher tier.
James Harden is never stepped up.
James Harden is where he is.
If you go through his splits, you'll see a lot of this crap was going on in Houston for years. You know what I mean? You just ask somebody in Houston, they'll tell you he's a ghost. He just comes out to his spirit is there, but he ain't. You walk right past. He don't do nothing. He gonna be here. He gonna be here with the. So basically the Sixers replaced a ghost with another ghost. A ghost that don't want to show up to a ghost that he's gonna show up and he ain't gonna do. So that's what you got. 2 ghosts.
Phantoms.
Yeah.
All right. Well, getting out of specific NBA discussion, we're gonna get into our first edition of Top 5. Which is going to be top 5 MVPs that missed out. We saw last week that the MVP this season was awarded to Nikola Jokic when it was at least advertised that it was a pretty tight race between him and our own Joel Embiid. And people were kind of leaning towards hoping that Embiid would take home the trophy, especially locally. But Nikola Jokic ended up getting it. So in the spirit of that, we're going to list off situations in the past where people were awarded MVPs and we think maybe it should have went to someone else or just someone else should have got some more consideration than they did. So at number 5 on my list, I'm going to go to the NFL because this is going to span multiple leagues, not just NBA, but NFL, MLB, pretty much wherever we want to go as far as the MVP discussion. So in 02-03, Rich Gannon of the Raiders, quarterback, was awarded MVP. But I was looking at the stats from that year, and I don't know, I didn't see what his consideration was, but I did see that Priest Holmes ran for 21 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
And was near the league high with 1,615 yards. So I looked at Rich Gannon's numbers. He threw for like 20-some touchdowns. Like it wasn't really that amazing. I guess the team just played that well that year. I don't really remember.
That was the year they went to the Super Bowl. Though.
Okay. But
Rich Gannon was like a rags to riches. So he was on the bench for years.
I remember.
He's from the area around here.
I remember he was a white boy that could scramble.
Yeah. But I think he was like 35 or 36 when he got that. He probably didn't deserve it either.
Yeah. So I would have threw Priest Holmes in the hat for that MVP trophy. Mm-hmm. So my number 4, it may be a little sacrilegious. I actually feel a little bad saying it, but in 93-94, Hakeem Olajuwon won the MVP. But Scottie Pippen led the Bulls to a 55-27 record when they had just gone 57-25 the last season with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So they had 2 less wins, and they lost the best player on the planet. So I feel like Scottie Pippen should have got a little more consideration that year. Or David Robinson, who averaged almost 30 points per game.
The Admiral.
Admiral does have one MVP, though, right?
Yes. Now, with saying that,
Yeah, he do.
Moving on to number 3, in 94-95, David Robinson did win the MVP. And I felt like maybe Shaq should have got the MVP because he only got one in his career.
One MVP.
I feel like that's kind of a travesty. But that season, he dropped 29.3 points per game, which was his second straight season doing that. And that's the second lowest amount in his career. So I don't get why he didn't get more consideration. That was his next to last season in Orlando. But he was an absolute beast in Orlando, even before he went to L.A.
That was when he was in Orlando, right?
Yes.
Okay,
that was when he was in Orlando. That was, I think, his third season in Orlando. So if I had my way, David Robinson would have got the MVP maybe in 93-94. Shaq would have got it in 94-95.
You know, they wasn't giving centers no kind of props right there. They wasn't.
Wasn't the 90s?
At that particular point in time, Robinson had gotten the MVP.
Yeah,
Duncan got a couple. Karl Malone got one.
It was the opposite. They wasn't showing no guards, no play. Like it was all about big men.
If your name wasn't Jordan, you had to be big man to get an MVP back in the 90s.
It was basically all the guards. It was just Jordan. That was it. It didn't matter if you was John Starks and Gary Payton, David West. It was Jordan. That was it.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's all guards and they only have centers no more.
Yeah.
So number 2 on my list, I got to take it to 09-010. And that was the second time, I believe, Peyton Manning won MVP. But Chris Johnson had 2,000 plus yards rushing and 14 TDs.
Yeah.
Come on, man. CJ2K, baby.
CJ2K, man.
Come on, man. You got to give that brother some love on the trophy note. Got to give him that MVP. Peyton had already had 1 or 2 at that point. He was chilling.
Yeah. You know.
They was making up for the fact that Peyton wasn't winning bowls at that point in time. He had been balling in Indianapolis for seasons. And they actually might have had 1 by that point in time because they won the one over the Saints.
I can't remember.
A couple years before that. But that brings me to my number 1. And it's this season. And it's the fact that this boy Jokic won the MVP, but Joel Embiid won the scoring title for the season. And that doesn't happen when centers win the scoring title. That's a guard-driven award at this point in the game. And he led an undermanned team to the 4th place record, which mathematically was the same record as Boston and Milwaukee, while Denver barely escaped the play-in by grabbing the 6th seed in the West. So yeah, I mean,
shame on you, shame on you.
He did max out, play over 60 some odd games, which is a lot for him. I think how many Jokic played like 72 or 73. So
let me look. It's
pretty much the same thing. So, but Joel Embiid averaged over 30 some odd points for a big
exactly,
man. And he could play D.
Yeah, and in a league where you know, I mean, it's hard enough to average 30, but as a big man, where all the big men are being exercised out of the game. Yeah, even my hate could say that he should have, but you know what I mean.
Now Jokic did have more rebounds on average than Embiid, but
Jokic was pretty much the whole team. Remember, no Michael Porter and no
Jamal Murray.
No Jamal Murray. So that's probably where they were like, well, listen, if he'd had those, that's probably where it came into. He was missing more, but
he played 74 games this season. 74,
and Joel had played like 65 or 66. So that's pretty even to me. And I think Joel had COVID at one point. So he had to miss games. So I don't know.
Terrible,
at least he tested positive.
He tested positive. Exactly.
Terrible.
Yeah, Joel played 68 games this year.
Yeah, that's a lot for him.
So 68 and 74, that's like...
playing 68 no more after this year.
Oh,
that's terrible.
That's the most games he played in a season.
The whole season, exactly. He's getting older. He'll be 29 next year. So that 68, you might as well take a picture of that.
All right. Well, Taylor, why don't you give us your top 5 MVPs who didn't win it?
All right, man. Well, I'm going to go all the way back to 2005, 2006. And I'm not just saying this because this man has passed away, but I was saying this back in the day. Steve Nash, that was a tragedy. They didn't give that.
I was looking at that.
Come on, man. How dare you not give it to Kobe Bryant? Now I know Kobe was on a you know, not the best team, but for Kobe to have one MVP in his whole career, like, come on, man. That's crazy, man.
No, wait, you said 05?
05, 06, yeah. 05, 06.
Because Steve Nash won it in back-to-back years.
Yeah, won it back-to-back year. This was, I think
that was the second year.
The second one, second year, yeah. Now, they probably were still hating on Kobe because of, you know, whatever he did, but I think that debacle happened. That was like in 03 or 04 or something like that. But I think that Kobe should have won it that year in 2000, in the season of 2005, 2006. So that's just my opinion.
That came up in my research.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the NBA.
Okay. Number 4.
And this one pains me because there's 2 players that I really, really like, but I thought that Kevin Durant deserved that MVP in 2013, 2014 instead of Steph.
Okay.
I mean, Durant averaged over 30 some odd points. He was playing with
you said 2013, 2014?
14 season, yeah.
Because KD did get MVP that year.
Well, what was the year where I'm thinking about what year when Steph got the MVP? I think
that would probably be 14, 15 or 15, 16.
I think it's 14.
Because he got it both seasons.
Yeah, so 14, 15 was the year I thought that KD should have got it then. Maybe I got my years mixed up. But
I got you.
That was the year he averaged over 30 some odd points, and he was balling that year, and he was playing with that psycho Russell Westbrook down there. You know what I mean? And you know he was. And you see Russell Westbrook now. I'm pretty sure KD knew that years ago. Yeah. But I just thought that KD had a better year that year. Now Steph, of course, went on to have I think that was the year before they went when they won all those games. I think that was a year. I can't remember. You
talking about the 72 win season?
72 win season was in 2015. Or was that 2016?
I think that was 2015. That's
2015. That was the year they lost to LeBron.
Yeah, they lost to Cleveland, yeah.
So 14, 15, yeah, so I think I'm right.
So 15, 16 was the 72 win season.
Okay, so 15, 16 was okay, all right. So I think I thought KD should have won it the first time Steph got it.
14, 15,
yeah. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. You know
okay.
I mean? But all right, so we'll go to
number 3.
Number 3, and this is more recent, but I think Tom Brady, at this past year, he should have won MVP over Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers did miss that year, did miss that game against, what's that team called? Arizona. Mm-hmm. Tom Brady, who is 40-some-odd years old, threw for over 4,000 yards. It's close to 5,000 yards. And he had close to 40 touchdowns. Now, Aaron Rodgers, I think he's got 3 MVPs already. So, and I know Tom Brady has 3 MVPs too, but I think they got to give Tom Brady like one more. Like Come on, man. Like I just and Tom Brady played every damn game.
I was going to say Tom Brady didn't miss no games last year.
He didn't miss no games last year. Aaron Rodgers missed. I think he missed the COVID game, and I think he missed the last game because they had already clinched the playoffs. So to me, Tom Brady should have won it. And like I said, this man is 43 years old. He had to deal with another psychopath, Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown.
That psychopath. And they had
case.
Yeah, and they had a lot of injuries on that defense. You know, the defensive secondary. So he was always throwing just to come back. Like I said, the man was 43 years old. So I thought that they should have gave Tom Brady this past year's MVP. They just gave to Aaron Rodgers. Oh yeah, he deserves it. I was like, nah, I kind of think that Aaron
Tom Brady
deserves that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so this is a little bit sacrilege right here because I'm actually going to give Chris Paul some credit. I thought he should have got the MVP instead of Kobe, but I'm making up for the Kobe one that Kobe got against Nash. I think Chris Paul balled out that year, but this is the reason why I don't like Chris Paul was because that year was the year that they had they could have won close to 60 games down in were they in New Orleans or were they in Oklahoma, wherever they
pretty sure they were in New Orleans.
Maybe it was New Orleans, but they was playing Oklahoma City. I don't know, they were going back and forth because of the
Katrina.
But he was balling out that year. He had over 20 some odd points. I think close to 12 or 13 assists. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but he balled out that year. But they gave it to Kobe. But they were making up for giving it to Kobe because they messed up the year
not
prior.
Not giving it to him with Nash.
Yeah. But they should.
So you talking about 07, 08? Or was that 08, 09? It was one of the two.
It was Kobe only got one MVP. So whatever that year was, but they messed up. They should have gave Kobe.
It was 07, 08.
Yeah. So I don't know why. I don't know why the NBA does this, man. Like they just real weird. But I thought Chris Paul should have got the MVP that year, but he choked against the San Antonio Spurs, and he choked bad, and that's why I don't like him. So he choked bad against an old Tim
Tony
Duncan, Tony Parker, Ginobili, and I think Boris Diaw was on that team. That choked. He was up 3-2, and he lost Game 6 and Game 7. Game 7 was at home. You choke. I don't like it.
Terrible.
Don't support that.
No.
All right.
No.
All right, so number one,
unfortunately, is right here in Philly. I think Austin Riley should have won the MVP instead of Bryce Harper this past year.
Oh, wow. Took it to the Phillies.
Yeah, I took it to the Phillies. Austin Riley pretty much had the same exact numbers as Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper had 38 homers. Austin Riley had 33, but he got his team to the playoffs, and Austin Riley was hitting all over the lineup, and then he finally, got around hitting around third or fourth, and he got his team to the playoffs and hawked down the Phillies, because Phillies were in first place around maybe in the middle of the summer, and then Atlanta hawked them down, you know what I mean? So he should get some credit for hawking down the quote-unquote MVP. Austin Riley should have won it, man. I don't care about the on-base percentage, stuff like that. He was yoking that ball out the park, you know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Not that Bryce Harper he's got an MVP already, you know what I mean? So I think Austin Riley, young third baseman down in Atlanta, I thought he deserved it more than Bryce Harper. But that's just that was just more recent. And a lot of people would just say, "Oh yeah, Bryce Harper, he just deserved it." And I was like, "Well, Bryce Harper, he was hitting a lot of them home runs, but them shit wasn't counting for nothing because they didn't make the playoffs."
Ultimately, if the wins don't count up,
exactly. Now I know y'all have a wins above replacement stat, and that's cute and all, but I'm sorry, this man had gotten his team to the playoffs, and then not only they got him to the playoffs, they won the World Series this past year. So that's just me. So
all right.
Yeah, so Austin Riley should have got the MVP. Yes, Taylor's on that white boy on white boy crime. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was crime.
Well, I do got an honorable mention. 98-99 was the NBA lockout year. Yeah. And we only got 50 games. Yeah. And although Karl Malone took home MVP, I think it should have went to Tim Duncan.
Yeah, he did.
Malone averaged more points, but Timmy was balling.
Yep.
Beating him in rebounds per game and blocks per game in only his second season. And at that point in time, in only his second season, he was already a force. So
Tim Duncan got his first ring that year,
right?
Yes,
sir. So yeah, that's gonna do it for my. Did you have any honorable mentions?
No, that was pretty much it. I had some more, but those were the ones that stood out to me.
Okay.
All the other ones you can go either way.
Cool. So we're gonna get into Have You Seen, Have You Heard? Because Taylor has a couple of things he wanted to bring up to the room. So see what's up.
Yeah. So these stories, they're not old, but they happened maybe a few months ago, but people out here are just very weird, especially the cave dwellers out here. So I'm gonna show some love to some black females up here, and there's a beach volleyball player out in she plays beach volleyball. She went to USC, and I'm gonna say her name. Her name is crazy. Felonia Fomamoma. Oh my God! But she's a female beach volleyball player now, and then they were hating on her because of what she was wearing and stuff like that. Now this woman is 6'4" and she's a beast. And I'm gonna try to bring up on my phone and pass it around. But she was killing people out there. But the reason why they were hating on her was because of what she was wearing. And I was like, what she's wearing has to do with her trashing people? You know what I mean? So there she is right there. I don't know if you can turn that down, but that's her. But she's 6'4", spiking the ball on players, and she's like one of the better players and everything. And she's a beast. But they were hating on her because she was wearing the attire. But all the girls wear the same attire. It's not her fault that she got a big derriere.
Yeah,
she's 6'4". She's
an Amazon.
Yeah, she's an Amazon. Well, I don't even want to say Amazon. She's just a woman that's tall, 6'4", but she's really good at beach volleyball.
Good for you, T.
Yeah, I mean, so I want to give her credit. And what she didn't do was play victim. She just said, "Listen, I'm going to wear what's supposed to be worn. So I'm not going to go out here and and change because y'all can't take a black woman with all this. You know what I mean? So I'm not changing for nothing. You know what I mean? So salute to Fallon. I'm gonna show my man E. There she go right there. Big tall black woman. She's married. She's married.
She's making it happen too.
Married to a black man. Got herself a black child. You know what I mean?
Like Taylor said, she was spiking that ball.
6'4", but she's on that front part. You know, you spike that ball, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? But
and that beach volleyball is 2-on-2.
Yeah, but they were hating on her. The cave dweller was hating on her because of what she. That's what all the girls. They all wear the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they all wear the. So just don't be mad at her because she's
It looked like they couldn't take the thunder.
Yeah, it couldn't take the thunder.
They couldn't take the storm.
Yeah, man. So I don't like when you try to change stuff up because it's not her fault that her body look like that and she keep in shape and stuff like that. She's a young woman.
Don't do that. And I haven't heard about her, so thank you, Taylor, for letting me know about that.
Taylor's an internet stalker. So,
my man.
Yeah.
$100,000.
Which goes to my second story. Lord have mercy. We're gonna put some respect on Sydney Carter. She's a player development coach at Texas A&M, but she moved to regular Texas University. They were hating on this young black woman because how the way she was dressed. And I'm like, yo, man, like what
are we doing here?
Don't get mad. And mind you, and a black man was hating on her. I said,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, but she's a very, and the women really connect with her, and then they like her. They like her a lot. She's very, and she played in the NBA. I mean, in the WNBA. She won a lot of titles and awards at Texas A&M.
Okay.
So she's very positive about it, man. Because a lot of people were attacking her.
Yeah.
I'll show you pictures again.
Okay.
Lord have mercy. Black woman. A beautiful, exactly.
Yes, sir.
Lord have mercy. Get at the E.
Oh, yes, sir.
But what happened was when they were attacking her, she didn't play victim. She just said, "Listen, this is how I'm dressed. And the girls, they all support me on the team. So there's no problem with what I do." Yeah, exactly.
It's not a distraction.
Yeah, not a distraction at all.
We're over here focusing on getting wins.
Exactly. Y'all the only ones that are making noise. So I want to.
And they hating.
They was hating on her.
Hatred.
Girl had the high heels on and the tight pants. She had the white toes.
You know what though? If you hating, that means you're doing something right. So
you know, it's probably the nails. They a little.
The nails are long, but I think she did it for breast cancer awareness. I think that was in March.
Okay.
So that's why. But
keep doing what you're doing, young lady. Keep smashing out here, man.
Yo, she's really
a beautiful woman.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Like I said, she didn't play the Vic. She just said, "Listen, I'm going to dress how the way I'm going to dress. My team is all for it." You know what I mean? So
you know, people be intimidated.
I don't know why I'm looking at these pictures, man.
Yeah, man. We got
don't be getting distracted. We gotta stay on par here.
Damn, man. Whew. Yeah, but I like how she went about it when they interviewed her a couple months ago, and she just had a smile on her face. She wasn't upset.
That's right.
She wasn't playing the Vic. She just said, "Listen, this is how I'm going to do it." So, and she ended up getting, like I said, she was doing good for her job. She ended up moving to another school, a Texas university. So, I want to say salute to her. And these are the coaching jobs that you take if you want to be a head coach. But
Yeah.
She was giving back, helping the girls out. Like I said, the girls on her team, they love her. They always say, like, listen, she was the one that helped me through my time when I was here in college. You know what I mean, she's not that much older than them. So she was like, I was just here with you guys 5-10 years ago. So I know how it is, man. So I want to salute that. Oof, Lord have mercy.
Beautiful.
This is a simp-free zone, but Taylor would
yeah, she is fine.
If Taylor had some money, Taylor would be going out to dinner and all kinds of stuff,
man.
carrying bags and going all outside my character and all that stuff for that fine black woman. Lord have mercy. Yeah, but that was just two stories I saw about just people just attacking people just because they can. Like, you people on the internet, you guys got to get lives, man. Leave these women alone, man.
The trolls is out, man. They active.
I mean, just because they go to the gym and keep their body in shape, they don't have to go down and where and get some implants. These women are in shape, man, and these are young women, man. What's wrong with y'all, man? Leave that woman alone.
Salute to them young women.
Let Taylor keep stalking her online. I'm not doing nothing wrong. It's legal.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into our common sense space topic for the week, and that is inspired by obviously we saw in the news recently that Young Thug was arrested as a part of a RICO.
Why was he arrested in his underwear and drawers?
RICO charge.
What was he doing at 7:00 in the afternoon?
Which also included Gunna.
Wait a second. You said in his underpants?
He was in underwear and his in a white beater. What was you?
Oh no.
Yeah, he's looking. It's like this is like in the afternoon during the day.
They'll come get you. You know what I'm saying? And
I thought it was like early in the morning. They said no, this happened like a few hours ago. I said, well, damn.
They're not gonna let you put your clothes on. They're gonna take you however they find you.
That's terrible, man.
Wow. But it was discussed in relation to their charges that during their hearing, their lyrics have been used against them by the prosecution to help to further prove their case. Now, this is not the first time in hip hop history or in history of our country that we've seen where a rapper who's had his lyrics used against him during a criminal trial. It happened as far back as Tupac.
Bobby Smurder.
Exactly.
I think NBA Youngboy. Philly's own AR-Ab.
AR-Ab, yep. Got him too.
That is out of here. 30 some odd years.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's locked up for stuff they say on record, on wax.
So our discussion today is, should the lyrics in your art as a rapper or an MC be able to be used against you in court? And I, for one, say no. It should not. Listen, man, art is supposed to be seen as an expression.
Yeah.
That's your music. That's your truth. That's what you feel. You know what I'm saying? It should be in the world. Even if it's coming down to an actor. Let's say that Al Pacino decided he wanted to go crazy and he got charged with shooting up a bunch of people. They're not going to say, well, Al Pacino, back in the day, you was in Scarface and you shot up a bunch of people, so that shows that's in your character. Like, no. He was playing a role. He was an actor. He was a part of an artistic expression where a bunch of people got shot up. It's entertainment, man. You can't be using that. Now, at the same time, it's not a good idea to be on record talking real reckless about the stuff you doing if that stuff can be brought back against you. So we got to be smart about this here. But, yeah, man, I think that's wrong. I think that's a violation of freedom of speech. And I don't think that should be the case. I don't think your lyrics should be able to be used against you in a court of law.
All right.
Taylor, what you think?
There's a caveat with me. So, no, I don't think so. But then there's certain cases where some out of control. In Chicago,
talking
about smoking on dead ops. Now you got locked up. I'm sorry, because you're playing too much. That's not funny. You know what I mean? Talking about you smoke somebody's baby, and now you making a song about it. I don't like stuff like that. Well, that's going too far. If you're putting it in lyric and you're putting up, because there's a record, boy, he put up people's faces of who was dead, and he was basically talking about everybody that was dead. He was basically saying that he did it. That's not cool. So you need to be locked up. I'm not going to promote this rapper, but he was on stuff. So in that case, no. I mean, in that case, yes, lock these savages up. But in the case of Young Thug and stuff, like some of this you got to know the fine line between entertainment and what's real. A lot of these rappers, they not living that life. Some of these cats, they do, and they're talking about it in the past tense, but they said they was watching this guy for over a decade, which is weird. And they got him on the phone talking about, or you didn't shoot that person, or you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So they're kind of correlating what he's been saying in his rhymes to what he does, what he's saying on the phone. So you just got to be careful. I don't know if I want to say yay or nay, because it's kind of like I said, it's a fine line with me, and I like to get answers. But I'm thinking, if you're talking about just laying down in the streets, maybe that needs to stop. But this is entertainment. It's not. It's not real, you know what I mean? Just like wrestling. When we saw wrestling back in the day, they would be fighting in the ring, and you had a bad guy and a good guy, but once they got beyond the beyond the wall, these guys was friends and stuff like that. They knew what was going to happen.
Having beers at the end of the night.
Beers together, you know what I mean? Going on vacation with their wives and all that stuff, man. So I don't think so in some cases, but in some cases, yes. I don't like the dead ops and smoking on so and so. When we had Gucci Mane talking about smoking on Pookie.
I was about to say your boy Gucci Mane said he was smoking on that Pookie.
I don't think that's cool, man. Listen, man.
However, that is kind of a different situation because that was an intrusion and it was determined that was self-defense.
We don't have to snitch on each other. Didn't Biggie say gangsters moving silent? You don't have to talk about what you're doing around.
Don't you know bad boys moving silent?
We don't have. Yeah, you don't have to
just said that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing and stuff like that. Everyone's business, not everyone's. Your business, not everyone's business. You don't have to tell nobody what you did. I mean, just speak on it. You can speak it in a third or fourth person, but you don't have to go out and say, "Yo, I did this." We don't. At the end of the day, no one really cares. At the end of the day, but
no,
I don't think
them feds care.
Yeah. But the police care. Yeah,
them feds care.
Yeah. The white man's coming.
You lining yourself up.
Yeah, and now even if these guys get free, they're gonna have to spend so much money. All that money, all them jewels and all them watches and all the cars, all that private jet and all that shit, it's going to be going to a lawyer and paying taxes on these, because these court trials, they're not free. You have to pay for that stuff. So all that stuff is going to go. So remember what happened with Murder Inc. when they got locked up?
They like to charge court fees.
They took all of Murder Inc.'s money because they were paying to get free. Now they got free, but they didn't have no money to go back. Let's go make some records.
Murder Inc. wasn't the same
with what? Where we going to do the studio? We ain't got no money. They broke them.
AT, this is the game, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to me, and this OG talk. This the game.
Yeah.
They encourage you, like they let you do what you do.
Yeah.
Right? And now they got the connections, but you don't. And now it's like, yo, but if you give me your publishing, I got you.
Yeah. If
you sign this over to me, I got you. And you put yourself in a position, and that's where it goes. And, I can't say whether it should be used against you in the court of law. Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind of trash, but you got to remember what Dr. Dre said on the show years ago. Living up to what we say on records is if you stupid enough to do that, then you stupid. You're supposed to be using the music to inspire the people, and they inspiring them to do some really stupid. I'm sorry, but you know what? You gonna get what you gonna get, because if you understand the way the record business goes, we don't run it.
No,
I'm telling you. As much as you would like to think we running our own destiny, some of them are. The indies, the mixtapers, the ones who controlling their own destiny and don't have to tap dance and suck wind. But for the rest of y'all, it's so destructive. But this is what happened when you broke. You willing to do anything, compromise anything, and soon it's going to fall. Like people, at some point, people going to get, man, I'm telling you, the attention span of humanity is being gummed down to nothing. And pretty soon you're going to get bored with everything. So y'all going to tell yourselves on in the prison. They going to start developing algorithms to figure out your life, to see if your lyrics match up to this murder. And it's going to happen sooner or later when they get tired of it. So whatever you do to get money, I'm not hating, but I just think it's a place for stuff, man. The way they putting it out, that I don't know, fellas. It's crazy. But if you stupid enough to put what you did in your rhyme,
yeah, no,
you had that coming, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can't be
You
out
had
here.
that coming.
Can't be out here snitching on yourself.
Like,
now.
that's stupid. You can say it in so many ways, but you know
There's
what?
so many other ways of doing it. It's
But
crazy,
you know what?
man.
Listen, we don't have the artists today that we had. Man, do you know they got software that will finish your rhyme?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode of Boondocks? Am I the only Boondocks fan up
No.
there?
Okay.
I know exactly
It was an
which
episode
one
of
you wanted to
Boondocks
go.
with Gangstalicious.
Yeah.
And he was talking on MTV about how he beat somebody, some record executive up
Yep.
with a tennis racket and a bottle of Hennessy. And the police abruptly came on the MTV set and took that man off in handcuffs.
and walked him right off the joint with his dumb.
Stop snitching on yourself, man. You're robbing people of. I seen Wallow say this. When you're in a situation like your Young Thug or like your Gunner, and you're getting millions, and you got millions of people listening to you, streaming your music, you have an opportunity to put people in position, and you're robbing people of opportunities that you could provide because you're doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But you know what? Listen, them people that surround you, when you in the business, man, it's people around you putting stuff in your head, and you got to remember that as much as I hate to say this, but the average person, even if they got talent, the average person is not retarded. That's the wrong word. The average person isn't as bright as we would like to give them.
Call them mentally challenged.
They're just not as bright as we would like to give them credit.
I'm saying it.
And it's terrible.
Because that's a different classification. Somebody that's mentally challenged can't help it.
Yeah, exactly. So many people can't help it. They don't know what to do. They got diarrhea of the mouth. They can't stop. They go into these places and they just telling their business to everybody that don't know them.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you? That person don't know you.
But the average, we don't think about this, but people you think are actually smart are actually really not that smart.
Yeah.
And this goes across the board. This is the average person walking around. This is why there's only 1 or 2%. Or this is why there's such a big fine line, because people just aren't that smart.
Nope.
They're not even aware of themselves. They're not aware of what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in that business, and I've been around celebrities, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, if you had talent, they snatch you up, they give you producers, they write your music sometimes, and even if you write your own, you ain't even smart enough to figure out how to own it.
Nope.
And now this is what you got.
Yeah.
And it's all about this bottom line. It's less about the talent. Once I started seeing software that writes your lyrics for you, idiocracy is going to be at its peak soon.
Yeah,
you're going to be, you're going to need something to finish your own sentence when you go to the bank. I'm here to, hold on, let me put it in. Oh yeah, to make a deposit. That's where we're headed. But if you're stupid enough to tell on yourself on the record, then Godspeed and good luck. I hope you got enough money for those legal fees, and otherwise they're going to rape you of everything you own. You're going to be another rapper that, damn, I remember him. And you think it's not going to happen? It's going to happen. It's nothing's worse when nobody recognizes you on the street anymore.
I saw a rapper I recognized him. Nobody knew who he was. I'm not gonna say who it was.
No, you're not gonna name drop.
No, it was funny, man. I was like, yo, man, no one knows who you are, man. I know what you're doing, but no one cares, man. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Man. No one knew who he was, man.
That's worse than anything. That's worse than anything.
This man was big time too. I saw him. I saw him with my own 2 eyes, and I didn't
on the streets.
I just walked away. Yeah, I saw him on the streets. Man. Yeah, I saw him on the streets, man. I just walked right past him.
You did the right thing, because reminding them of who he was could possibly send him on a binge. So just let him go.
The in me said, "Don't get no shine. Just keep it moving." I left.
You're horrible, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to make his day. I just said, no, I'd rather just walk past him, act like I don't even know who this boy is, man. But this boy was big time.
Well, that's
chains and all that stuff, chains, ladies, and all that stuff. You would be. I'm not gonna snitch on him, but he was big time.
Well, that's our common sense space for this week. But the bottom line is, whether we think lyrics should be used against these rappers or not, the decision is not up to us. The decision is up to the people in the courtroom. So we'll see how it plays out.
Lock your black
Hopefully they don't.
I don't
try
think
to
they're gonna make it to the
these,
car, but these will be cutting deals. I assure you.
Yeah, hopefully they don't send these men around for away for 20+ years.
They walk past that cell. You know, they got that little hole. They slipped in the paper and the pen. But before we bring you into the interrogation room, just start fresh. Start right now. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna start giving it up. That's what happened in the other case. Just happened. They just started Casanova. He
took a deal.
They snitched on that first. You know what I mean? And so he had no choice. They snitched on him first. Yeah, his black. So they snitched on him. Yeah,
folded on him.
Yeah, he was talking all that guerrilla rah rah, all that craziness. He got locked up, and now he's going. He took a deal too.
Yeah, they talking about at least 5 years for him.
Yeah. So that's good. Sit your black down. He was talking all that guerrilla back, whatever it was, guerrilla gangster, whatever he's talking about. Go to jail.
Oh my God.
Right, well.
Don't learn until they go to jail. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Sometimes you gotta be in that 10 by 12 foot cell to learn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people can tell you anything in the world. Sometimes I go to put the steel bracelets on.
Well, at least you did. Look, see, that's why I respect T, because it is what it is.
Yeah,
I didn't make the decision for you.
Long time ago, old person ain't scared to go to jail, but they don't want to go to jail though. We ain't scared, we just don't want to go, so we'd rather be out here be free.
Yeah,
that's the same. I mean, that's the realest stuff I ever heard from somebody in my whole life. So,
well, I'll tell you this: prison is not the place to be. So we're gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna get into our next topic, our next segment, which is just gonna be a quick review of Kendrick Lamar's new album. Which is entitled Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
All right.
And that just dropped, I believe it was Friday?
Friday early, 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock early that morning.
May 13th.
Yeah. Gave you a week's notice. I like how he just, hey man, it's coming out. He ain't gas you for 2 months. Just here it's coming. He told you last Sunday, and here it is on Friday. That's the best. That's how I would do it.
And we were just talking about how Kendrick has not dropped the album since like 2017.
Listen,
5 years, man.
It doesn't even matter, because you know what? Don't rush nothing that's bull crap.
Yeah.
Take the time. But I haven't had listening to a record in a long time, and that was like.
Well, I salute him, because he said in the interview, he said he had writer's block for 2 years. A lot of rappers don't like to admit to that. He said he didn't. So I like how he said, listen, I didn't have nothing.
And the important thing for him is that he went through that and he came out the other side, because a lot of people get writer's block, and that's a wrap for their career.
A lot of people
never hear from them again.
They get writer's block, they just get writers, aka ghost writers.
Exactly.
And a team, that sounds good. And then that's why you be hearing trash out here. You can tell something that somebody put some thought into, and you can tell trash.
Yeah.
It's really put together really well. Song selection, the beat selection, everything about it. I was really like, it's about time.
I'll give it a thumbs up. You got some joints on there.
It's just about time.
You got some joints on there.
You know, I'm and even the features. Like I'm not gonna lie. Kodak Black got a couple songs that I like, but I'm old school. So, but you know, it shows. You know, it shows.
Got Ghostface Killer on there doing what he do.
Yeah.
Kodak. I like Kodak because he can spit though.
Yeah, he actually can.
And I like how Kendrick, he don't just do tracks with any and everybody. He makes sure he picks, people that he probably looked at. He remember he did a song with Rich the Kid a couple years ago. The Big Stove, a Big Kitchen, whatever it's called. But I like how he picks particular people to be on his album, not just everyone. Let me get Drake. Let me get this person. Let me get that person. Like even people that's on his team with him. Like no J-Rock, no Schoolboy, no nothing. Like, so I like. I'll go through the track list. I didn't really like the first song. Actually, I didn't like the second song either. But I like Worldwide Steppers is dope. Die Hard's cool.
I like the first song, United in Grief.
Yeah. We'll just go through it. Did you like 9? It was an N95.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I like N95.
All right. Worldwide Steppers.
Thumbs up.
I
bangs with it.
That was cool. Was it Die Hard?
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
That was cool. Now the Father Time, I like. I'm sorry.
Die Hard. E.
Yeah.
Okay.
That heart was straight. That heart
cool.
was straight.
Cool.
But keep moving. When you hear my yeah,
All right,
you'll know.
Father Time.
He was talking about his pops and stuff like that. I don't know if he was coming at his pops or was he giving him credit. But I liked this. I thought it was cool.
It was all right. It was all right.
I don't care about the interludes. I don't really care about that. Rich Spirit. That's where I thought the CD started to turn up. I like Rich Spirit. I like that song.
Okay.
I agree. That's where the balance begins.
Mm-hmm.
Bet.
What song are we on now?
We cry together.
Man, listen, man. I don't know if it's some things that I don't want to say it was a. I like the beat. Alchemist did the beat, but I don't know. I just the yelling and the screaming. I don't want to hear that shit during the day, man. I don't want to hear that, man. F you this and F you and all this. I don't want to hear that stuff, man. I don't know if I like that song, man.
I don't want to hear that because I don't get down like that.
Yeah, like,
that's
come on,
that's.
man.
Give it some time.
I understand
chilling.
what he was trying to do. You know what I mean? And I understand.
You can get what it is and like where it's going.
Yeah, but that
because you can walk down the street and hear that. But
that was. I understand what he was trying to do. I understand what he was trying to do. So I'll give him points for that. I understand what he was trying to do. But for me, I'm probably gonna be skipping that. That was like a skit to me. I was exhausted after hearing it. I said I can't take it no more. I'm not even in the relationship. That was crazy.
Purple Hearts, that joint is dope.
Yeah, Purple Hearts.
The joint with Ghostface and Summer Walker.
That's a dope song.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta.
I like how he brought Summer Walker in. That was dope.
Yeah.
She got a beautiful voice. I like.
She does.
She talks reckless too,
talent.
and she cusses a whole lot too. So I thought she fit on the song a lot with Kendrick because Kendrick was on that. I kind of feel this was kind of the continuation of the last song.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the song called?
Count Me Out is next.
Count Me Out. Count Me Out was cool. I like Count Me Out. That was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Crown was okay.
Crown was okay.
That was okay. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. I like that joint.
Yeah, I like that song. That might be the best song on the track.
Yeah, on that second disc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that Savior. Ooh.
Savior's pretty dope.
God.
The song, Savior's dope. Yeah, I like that song.
That was my, that. Ooh. As a producer, that's that. Ooh.
Auntie's Diary. He's talking about his auntie being his uncle. I had to listen to it a couple times because at first when I was listening to it, I wasn't really paying attention. But then I listened to it, I said, "Oh, okay, all right." So, but that was okay, I guess.
I get it. But
Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale was cool.
Mr. Morale was all right.
Yeah, Mr. Morale was cool. I like Mr. Morale. All right.
Mother Sober.
Mother I Sober. That's he spits for a long time.
Yeah.
I think on the last verse he talks about cheating on his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he got to apologize to her. This man's a big rap star. I'm allowed to get some free range. Yeah, I mean, baby girl, you can leave. Yeah, I mean, but you know that I'm the man. Yeah, I got to go. I got to go ahead and get it, man.
Taylor supports that Rolling Stone lifestyle.
Listen, some people have to go out here and get it, man, for them to know, like, I'm gonna be a family man. You can't
gotta get that strange.
Yeah, you gotta go out there. You gotta go out there and get that strange coos to know. You know what? I love my woman I'm with right now. You'll never know until you go through it. You can't say, oh yeah, you ain't been through nothing. You gotta go. He went out there, getting it in, and now he said, "You know what? The woman I've been with, I think he's been with this girl since he was in high school. So he came back to her, and she believed in him. You know what I mean? So I that aspect of the song. Well, he didn't put that in the song.
You know what?
Through that aspect, I thought, but I didn't like him apologizing to her. I don't like. Hey man, listen, I did what I did. Man, you can either stay or leave. You know?
Well, you know what?
That's how I think.
That's your. You know what?
That's my opinion.
That's your prerogative.
So the song with me was kind of like, it was. I kind of felt he was kind of catering.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. For him to be his age and realize that, I salute him because honestly, you really don't start getting it until you start getting to my age.
Yeah.
As much as you like to think you got a hold on your mind in this world, you don't. As a man, especially as a black man, you're not really getting it into your 40s, mid 40s, if you get it. Because remember, we got to talk about the average person out here. Mm-hmm. So, like, now, for him to get it at that, I salute him. Because, like, sometimes, when you're young, as much as you think you know, you don't know.
Only thing I think about, being in a relationship, if you're married, then okay, she has a right to be like, yo, what is you doing? But they're not married, so he's allowed to go out and do what he got to do. Remember, he's a rap superstar. He did what he did, but now him as being a 34, 35-year-old man, he said, I see more in life right now. You got to step in the doo-doo to know it stinks sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
He know it stinks, you know what I mean? So now he knows he got his girl. She always been there with him. She's still with him now. They got 2 kids. So that's kind of my perspective on that song. He didn't really express that in that song. I kind of felt he had to say he has a sex addiction, which that's not real. There's no such thing as a sex addiction. Either you like it or you don't. There's no as a sex. That's weird.
It's not weird. It might be weird
I don't
to you.
Necessarily agree.
There's a sex addiction.
There is a such thing as a sex addiction.
Yeah. I'm about to tell you, but you know what? I don't know because
we're not going to go down that rabbit hole right now because that could take us.
That's another show. That's another show. That's another show. That's another show. That's another show.
But we'll finish it up with Mirror.
I like Mirror. That was a dope way to end up. That was dope. Him by himself, that was dope. Looking at himself and basically saying he chooses himself. It's basically he chooses his family and whatever. I like that song. That's like I said, that's the evolution of his career. You know what I mean? So I like at the end of it, that was a dope song. The Mirror song. So I did. I appreciate that track. That was cool to kind of wrap it up in the bow for a double disc CD. Yeah. That was the growth I was talking about.
I will agree.
In that last song, that was good. So I can't really hate on the track. I can't really hate on the presentation and how he put it out and the body work. I thought it was pretty good for him.
Well, we were talking about the single that he dropped before he actually put out the album, which was not on the album.
Oh, yeah.
The Heart Part 5. Yeah. And I was talking about how I liked it. Taylor was talking about how he didn't like it.
That song, not that I didn't like it. I thought that was trash. You know?
Exactly.
So that's just, I didn't think it was that good. But that's my opinion, you know what I mean? But I saw the video, it was cute, but
the dope thing about that song is that it's a sample, and it's a dope sample with the Marvin Gaye I Want You, which was a classic. Yeah. It's still a classic. Yeah. So with that being said, we're going to get into our second edition of Top 5, which is going to be Top 5 hip-hop samples. Me and Taylor can both appreciate a solid sample, so we're going to get into discussing those. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, this list could probably be 1,000 songs long because I really like songs with samples, but essentially I just picked out 5 that I could bang with and bring it to y'all and share it.
Well, if y'all like it, we'll do it again, but this is just stuff from off the top of our heads. So, yeah, we'll do it again. Sure. There's plenty of samples out here.
So number 5, first I'm gonna tell you the song. Then if y'all can guess what song it's from, was some of it'll be easier, some of it might be a little more difficult. And then I'll just talk about it a little bit, but it's going to be David Bowie, Let's Dance.
Yeah. Diddy and Mace.
Exactly. That's that Puff Daddy and the family been around the world. And this song is dope, but I remember when it first came out, funny story, Taylor had heard it before me, and Taylor was like, yo, I heard this song, and it he said something along the lines like it fits you. So he was talking about that, John, and I listened to it, and he was like, yo, there's one line, it just makes me think of you. But
pause.
Exactly. Pause.
Jesus Christ.
It was the player, please, I'm the macaroni with the cheese.
Oh yeah. That was did Mace say that or did Diddy say that?
I think that was Diddy said that.
Yeah, Diddy did say that. Yeah. Well, Mace probably wrote it.
Probably did. Mm-hmm. But number 4 on my list is going to be the Stylistics, Hurry Up This Way Again. And that was Jay-Z that got used in Politics as Usual, which was on Reasonable Doubt, his first album. And that's one of my favorite songs on that album. And the Stylistics original song is dope too. So that's going to be my number 4.
Hurry up this way again. Yeah.
Number 3, I'm going to take it to a little lesser known. It's an artist by the name of Earl Clue. And the song is called Living Inside Your Love. And that song was sampled for a song that was on the Above the Rim soundtrack. It's only on the Above the Rim soundtrack by Tupac called Pain.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So I was listening to that joint earlier. That had me rolling, rocking. Number 2 on my list is another one from back around that time, and that's The Dramatics, Fell For You. And this one was a tie because it's been sampled a few times, but I particularly like it with the Jay-Z version. He did Fallin' on American Gangster, and Snoop Dogg did it Ballin'.
Oh yeah, I remember that song. Yeah.
And in his version, he actually had the dramatic singing on the track, so that was dope. And I'll finish it up with number 1, and that's going to be DeBarge, A Dream. And the song is Tupac, I Ain't Mad at You.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another one that's been sampled more than a few times.
Millions of times. They didn't pick that track clean.
Exactly.
Pick the bones off of it.
Vulture that. Vulture that thing to death.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm. But all right, Taylor, what you got for your top 5 hip-hop samples?
All right, so I'm going to go to more recent. I'm going to put some respect on, he's dead now. We're going to put some respect on Pop Smoke. He had a song called Diana, but he used the Player, the group, Cheers to You, used the same exact beat, and he made a song called Diana. I think it's featuring Diddy's son, King Combs. That joint is fire, dog, man.
Okay.
King Combs and is it Cali Boy? I think he was signed to Meek Mill or something like that. But that song is fire. He used the same exact beat, but it was the song is a great song, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of why I like Pop Smoke coming up. He was, even though he was a young man, he kind of had that forward thinking. But that was a dope sample to use that sample. Play a Cheers to You for Diana. That was dope.
Okay.
Number 4, Tina Marie and Square Biz. Well, the Firm took it and made Firm Biz. I'm talking Square Biz to you, baby. And then Nas and Foxy Brown, AZ, and that fine ass Dawn Lewis took the whole joint. And Firm Biz was hard, man. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about that joint was hard, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the firm, that was one of my favorite samples from back in the day, man. Love that joint, man. Yeah. Number 3, we're gonna put some respect on the Notorious B.I.G. Biggie Smalls player hater.
Okay.
Changed up the whole words to was that the style? I didn't write it down. Of course, the one joint that I like, I didn't style. But he took he took the words and you know you need this money. He took all the words and
switched them
up. But then they made it real. On this robbing spree, we'll make money. Like damn, Biggie. Took the Hey Love John, man. Like, I think that's the Delphonics. Yeah, he just, oh my God, man. I love that song. And then Diddy talking, and at the end, they trolling at the end. I say, yo, what are y'all doing? Just destroying the song, man. But they destroyed it so much, they made me love it, man. So yeah, I'm always going to put some respect on the Biggie and Diddy doing that on the Life After Death album. Yeah, that was beautiful, yeah. Number 2, we're going to put some respect on my girl, Missy Elliott.
Missy?
Sock It To Me.
Okay.
She took the Delphonics Ready or Not, same exact beat. Now, Lauryn Hill, of course, took the words and put it on what's that song called? I never liked that song. What's the joint with the Fugees?
Ready or Not.
Ready or Not, yeah. So she took the hook and put on that song, but Missy took the beat first. Same beat, her and the Brat. That song was, I used to love that song as a kid, man. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, so Sock It To Me is number 2, man. Love that song, man. Always got respect for Missy, Virginia's finest. Okay. So Sock It To Me is number 2. But number 1. We're gonna put some respect on my man Q-Tip. He just ripped Minnie Riperton Inside My Love. That little part in the middle. Redid it over and over and over again. A Tribe Called Quest, Lyrics to Go. Beautiful, man, beautiful. And the way they was. And I think when I was a kid, I'm listening to it, and my dad told me that's a sample. I said, from what? And as I got older, I said, he just used that middle part. He didn't use the whole song, just used the middle, and just ran it over and over and over. And she's singing throughout the whole joint. Beautiful, beautiful sample, man. Just take one part of the song when they dropped the beat and then pulled it back up. He took that part of the beat, ripped it, and then it was beautiful. So salute to Q-Tip for making that beautiful ass Lyrics to Go. A Tribe Called Quest. Fife was getting off. Q-Tip was getting off. The drums in the background. Yeah, that's one of my favorite beats back in the day, man. So Lyrics to Go, that's my number 1. That's one of the better samples I've heard in a long, long, long time.
Bad. Well, I have 2 obscure joints I want to bring out.
I got a 5.
Oh, go. Do your thing.
That's how I've been working. So
do your thing.
Right. So this is my top 5, no specific order. All right, so Taylor already took it. Lyrics to Go, Minnie Riperton Inside My Love.
That was crazy, yo.
The way Q-Tip snatched that sample was insane, and how they made it work in the mix was insane.
Sung that song so good, made that white man get up inside her and give her 2 babies. Salute to Maya Rudolph and her husband. I mean, her brother. A white man went up in that studio. I'm gonna take this black one.
All right. One of my favorite underground joints, Black Moon, Smith & Wesson, I Got You Open.
Oh, yeah.
Barry White, Playing Your Game sample. That was insane.
Okay. Anytime you got a Barry White sample, I got to salute.
He's been sampled so many times, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
My favorite collab, one of my favorite collabs with Tupac and MC Breed, I Gotta Get Mine. You Gotta Get Yours, Black Heart Zombie with the song Key You.
Okay.
The doom, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yo. Then, of course, one of my favorites is a Ahmad Jamal trio, I Love Music, The World Is Yours by Nas.
Okay. I came across Ahmad Jamal's name in my research.
And then my favorite joint by Mobb Deep, The Temperature's Rising, Patricia Russian, Where There's Love. Yo.
Yo, stop it, man.
Yo, that boom bap nation, man, that boom bap era, man, is nothing like it, bro. They used to flip samples. I used to be that. I was that dude. I went to Mass Bomb, and I would take the L down to the record shops down there near the gallery and just find records, dude. But I didn't even have a sampler. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would just love to, I would try to manipulate it in my little sample keyboard,
I got you.
But bro, man, I miss those days. But they just take so much money. I did a record with No Malice, and we used a Frank Sinatra. Yo, it's crazy. That's like, I give it to those pioneers, man. But I know how much they was taking off the top. I know how much they was sliding off the top.
Got to get that cleared.
They don't choke.
That's a different animal.
Yeah, but you got to admit that was some creative. Flipping samples is an art, man. Don't let nobody twist you and think that they just did it. And it was a lot harder for those producers. They ain't have like Machina and all this stuff that truncate and chop it up for you in the computer.
Yeah.
They had to do that by hand, bro.
They had to find it.
They had to find. They had to go to those. There was no Google and YouTube to download.
Q-Tip said he had to, in the doc, he said he had to go through his father's records to find that many, and he said he listened to a bunch. He had to listen to the vinyl, and he said, I had to go, and then he had to take the vinyl, take it to the studio, and flip that one joint. He said it took him days to make that beat.
Yeah.
For one beat.
Yeah.
One beat. Yo.
Nowadays you can do in probably like an hour.
An hour, yo. I could throw something in Machina right now and chop up a beat and have it all assigned to the pads with the timing and everything in seconds.
Then imagine him doing that, doing the sample. He got to send a letter off to the record label, and then have to wait to get it cleared.
Yeah.
Man, we got to have the album out in two months. Hey, man, well, I got 3 songs I got to get cleared, so
Vicious,
I got to wait.
Yo, vicious.
He might have to wait. He might have to take it off and just like, I might have to take it off. But so that's to say, you right. Back in the day, it was tougher. Shit.
Yo, vicious, man. And you gotta pay.
Yeah, or you gonna have to pay. Yeah,
and you gonna pay. So for you samplers out there, I mean, I don't know how if you could chop them up and use. I don't know. There's times with those records, there's a limit on that copyright. Where you could use it, but those days, man, I miss it. Shout out to the samplers.
Definitely. And I had these 2 obscure journals I just wanted to throw in. I know, Taylor said we'll probably do this again, but there's a million songs we could go through and say that they are our top journals. This one is Bone Thugs and Harmony, Days of Our Lives. And the sample was by an artist by the name of Herb Alpert.
Yes.
Making Love in the Rain.
Yep.
When I found that, I thought that was dope. And this beat was actually
they
used.
They sampled Tender Love in the beginning too. And remember the beginning with the piano?
Yeah.
They sampled 2 joints in that joint. The Force MD's joint, yeah.
This track was sampled by 2 artists that I like. One was Beanie Siegel. He turned it into What's Your Life Like Part 2. Yeah. And Currency used it for Black Mirror. But the artist who created that his name is Alec R. And the song is called Quasimodo's Marriage. And that joint, it's got the whole build up. That joint is dope. But all right, that's going to do it for our top 5 hip hop samples. And we're going to finish up this week's episode with T's thoughts. So, T, what you got to tell the people?
The Buffalo, people up in Buffalo, y'all let that white boy go up there and shoot up all them innocent black people. Y'all got to hold this.
Come on, dude. You can't blame.
Listen, man, you can't let people come into your neighborhood that you don't know. I just thought that was weird, man.
Nobody's seen that coming, dude.
But I just thought it was weird, man. Like I don't know, man. That's just me, man.
We just had this discussion about the average person, man.
Listen.
Like, you know what? Some poor people don't realize they trying to be supremacists and all this stuff. They trying to be the white supremacists. You don't realize you're poor. You're poor.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you're poor. That's it. That's all we are. There's no, I'm a better poor person than you. My fault, T. This T's thoughts.
No, man. I just think it's weird, man. I mean,
it is.
I just think it's weird and bizarre that stuff like this happens.
Oh,
and
God.
And then what they say about the killers, he's some type of smart person, or he's some type of genius or something like that, or he was suppressed or something like that. But let a black man go and shoot somebody, he's a piece of trash or something like that. So I don't know. Just every time I see stuff like that, it I won't say it bothers me, but it just seems weird to me.
No,
man.
it should bother you.
Yeah,
because these people.
It doesn't bother me anymore. It used to, but now it doesn't bother. It's like come on,
because
man.
y'all out here retarded and you don't realize you're just poor. You're not superior to us. Nobody's superior. That's the game. That's the brainwash. When are you going to realize? Poor white people, poor black people.
Yep.
That's it. You either got money or you don't. You want to do something? Unify. Come holler at us. We poor too. Let's put it together and do some good. Like the Power Rangers and Voltron. They was different colored people.
That'll never happen, because when white people are poor, they don't see themselves as being anywhere close to us. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But here's the thing.
Poor white people think that.
Me and Mike are a testament of living amongst them.
I'm pretty sure.
Even though we lived in a very good, but we saw, I'll just say cave dweller trash, and they just thought that, no, we ain't. All right, then, well, you know.
You're,
all right, then.
like, stop letting America fool you.
All right.
You either got money or you don't. White, black, purple, Mexican. Like, yo, just stop. You're not accomplishing nothing. You're not doing nothing. You just hurting people. And the way they arrest, it's like every time somebody shoot up something, they gingerly arrest them. It's so ginger. Oh, come on, let me wipe your sweat off your forehead.
They took Dylan Roof to Burger King. You do know that, right? They took Dylan Roof to get a sandwich.
Like, stop.
After he killed some black people up in the church.
You want to stop mass killings? Start showing the mass killer getting dragged through the street by his foot. You'll think twice. Stop. You're not accomplishing nothing. You're just like us. As much as you want to be different, you're just poor. That's it. And they got you brainwashed. Damn, T, why?
But Taylor, was that all you had?
That's it, man.
You're right. You know what? He is weird.
Yeah.
You get the weirdo.
It's just weird to me, man. I don't know. It's just weird.
The only thing I don't agree with T is when they said they let him walk up in there.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what you gonna do? You see somebody with an AR?
Yeah.
You out? You not stopping them now? If you got the drop on me and I gotta get out of there,
you just gotta get up out of there and call Ray, and they come through and spray it up.
But the military in me, the veteran in me, and you know, I keep my little sidearm. I'm gonna fight if I gotta fight my way out. But you're a coward, dude.
That's just, like I said, that's just weird to me. That's why, well, the great Dick Gregory said there's no such thing as a black community. So
yeah, unfortunately,
he's exactly right. So don't be telling me about them niggas up in the hood that's on the block with the bodega or the corner store with the Chinese people up there selling you pork fried rice. That's not a black community, sir. There's no such thing as a black community. It hasn't been a black community in probably close to 70, 80 years. So. But just because live amongst each other, that's not a black community. You don't own those blocks. They can easily come through that block, wipe you people out, and gentrify the whole area, and you won't do nothing about it.
But you know what? He a punk too, because he He went up.
I'm not giving him no credit.
The shooter's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
He's not from New York. He's not too far from my mom.
Is he from the mountains or something?
Yeah, he's from the mountains. 30 minutes, but he.
I didn't even know that, and I knew the crack was from the mountains.
But he wouldn't drive his ass. He wouldn't drive his ass down the Blue Route and come on down to North Philly.
No,
come on down to Kensington with that AR. They gonna punch you in the face and take it before you get a chance to do anything. Come on down. You know what? If you want to do that, come on down to where our killer's at, and y'all can have a war, because some of them out here waging war on these streets. You want to fight somebody, go fight them. You want to do some justice, don't go hitting innocent people. Give somebody a chance to fight back. And you want to write the word nigger on the gun, like you're nothing. You're going to be somebody's butt buddy in prison. You might think you hailed as a hero, but they gonna get you. They gonna be like, oh yeah, the dude that shot them people. Yeah, I pounded him. He was nothing.
Well, let's let Taylor finish this up real quick.
No, I'm done. That's it, man. That's a wrap, man.
Okay.
My fault, man. I'm sorry, man.
He just gets passionate about some things.
This is ridiculous,
he
man.
wants to say how he feels.
This is ridiculous, and I'm just a producer, but
it's all good.
This is ridiculous. When we gonna smarten up and realize that you're either rich or poor. You're not superior. No one's superior to anything. Now, we might be some people are physically superior to do other things. But you're nothing more than we are. Flesh and blood.
Well, you want to know what is superior? With Sports Life and Everything Else podcast.
Oh yeah. I do have one more thing to say. Boston is in the Eastern Conference Finals. So
Boston got that W.
Got that dub by like 20 some odd points.
Stop playing.
Yeah, so they will be in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Miami Heat.
On a lighter note, that's what's up.
Just got them the hell up out of here. Look like that Chris Middleton injury ended up coming to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, so salute to the Boston Celtics. It looks like Grant Williams dropped 27.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum had 23.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylen Brown 19.
Wow.
Pritchard had 14 off the bench, and Marcus Smart chipped in 11.
Look at all those guys contributing to an actual team. You know what I mean? You didn't even mention Jason Tatum's name.
I did. Tatum had 23.
23, exactly. Yeah. But you had a bunch of people scoring the ball, not just one person or two. Pritchard contributed to the day.
Pritchard had 14.
Remember, 2 or 3 days ago, Al Horford put up 30 and 12 or something like that. So they have a full team effort going.
Listen,
that's how you win a championship.
Remember,
not by depending on one person.
This the same team that thought 6-foot Allen Iverson was going to take down Kobe and Shaq.
No,
single-handedly.
No, you need more people, man. Come on, man.
We don't believe you. Need more people.
Shout out to Boston, man. Yo, we gave up Tatum, man, for folks.
Shout out to Boston. Shout out to the Celtics, man. They'll be squaring off with the Miami Heat.
Yep.
In the next round. But that's going to do it for us. Season 4, episode 8. We appreciate everybody, as always, for giving us a listen. You can follow us on Twitter and IG at Sleep Is For You. Look out for us on Apple Podcasts, Iheartradio, Spotify, Stitcher, PodBean, TuneIn Radio, and YouTube. Check out sleepisforyou.com.
And look out for the clips.
Look out for the clips,
so you can meet the boys, man.
Yeah.
So you can see who's behind. You know, Mike and T, man. They do a great job, man. It's such a pleasure being you guys' producer, man. Because you know, T, you come with the truth. Mike mellow as hell, man. It works out like salt and pepper on chicken, man.
Well, I'm glad we can keep it cool, and I hope that there's a good amount of people out there that appreciate us just as much as E does, because E does a great job for the team as well, and E has been the one that's been responsible, like I said before, for putting up the clips, for recording the clips, for editing. So E does a lot and brings a lot to the show as well. And, y'all keep listening. Yeah. Watch out for us next week. We're going to get back with y'all.
Y'all hit him up at the D. He's a producer, too, man. Y'all out there making struggle records. Hit this man up. He'll turn your struggle into a success.
They don't want to listen to old E. He a little too truthful, because a lot of people come through the studio and they just want to hear somebody tell them that they the stuff, man. And old E,
they think they got one.
You know, I'm not about that. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, and if you need work, but that's what I'm here for. Just remember that. That's what I'm here for. Good producers are here to make artists better. If we just teamed up like Voltron, but you got to pay your fare. I'm not a record label.
He will turn your garbage into gold, but you got to pay that price.
You got to pay.
Got to pay the right.
Yeah, like
pay the rate.
A lot of them, they don't want to pay the fare. They like, man, I'm so good, man. I think we should. No, I gotta keep these lights on, and you're actually have potential, but you got work to do. But you can be that good.
You'll pay the white man though.
Mm-hmm.
That's Taylor's point right there.
You're not going to negotiate 2 for 5 songs.
You're not going to some producer or some engineer and walking about that place without paying your tab to the white man. So that's all I'm saying.
Unless he's, you know what, we're not even going to go there. Anyway, y'all check us next week. We appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there. Be careful out there. It's getting warmer out. You know it's going to get hectic. Water.
Yeah. We back. Yeah.
The GP will see you now.
Look, free to return to that emo rap. Ain't no kilo stash. Augusta's son had to reload that. Daddy gone, but his legacy strong. How do you figure? I too thought I'd be dead, all things considered, but I'm living, thriving and growing, fighting opponents that I'm with it. Striving to know who died for the lowest, don't you get it? The industry hopers try to control us, I ain't with it. I got me a goal that's highly explosive with my wife and my baby. What I'm writing is weighty. Call me S.O. or Bebenberg, they knighting me lately. Stand where the light is, feeling like it, delighted, and maybe I'm getting grown. Nothing wrong with Bible and Baileys. I open up the text, got my mind closer off the edge. Got the architect, I ain't gotta go to your connect. I gotta go direct, him and I through the sun up.